So in this video, we will be looking at some of the modified tools that will be used during the course of developing our project. First on the list, I have the move command. So the move is to move our object from one point of the working interface to another. So M for move. So let's move, or come down here to pick my move. So so pick my move. So I want to move this and bring it here, and it's inside to ask me to select it, then enter. So I'll pick the base point, that is where I want to move it from. So I would like to move from the center and bring it down here. That is the move command, and you can actually select more than one command, more than one object, and move it. Then I have the copy. A copy is to have a duplicate of another object. So I like to copy this. Ask me to select the object, select my object, hit the enter key, then I'll pick where I want to copy it to. Right now I can copy more than once because of my mode is on multiple. To look at this, CO is this shortcut for copy. Let's select the object, click enter. Now I have mode here, so enter O. So currently I'm on multiple. If I change to single, I will only copy once. Hit space back to go back to the command, select, then I can also array it. So I'll click on A for array, then ask me number of array. I decide to say I want 5 of it, so 5 of it appear, and you can array them. Right, then I have my rotate as well. So rotate will rotate, the rotate tool will rotate my object. So if I should have, let's say, something like this, so I can select my rotate, and which the shortcut is RO for rotate. Right, so ask me to select the object, select it, hit enter. The base point of rotation, where I want to rotate it from, I can pick this base point, then I can rotate it or specify my angle of rotation. Now if I should put my auto on, then it will restrict my rotation orthogonally, of which the shortcut for auto is F8. I come down here to pick my auto. Let me just put it on. Like I said, using the shortcut of F8, my auto is on. So if I should pick my line, see, it will restrict it orthogonally. Right, so I can also take it back. This is my auto here, so I can take it back. Right, now then I have the trim command. On the trim command, I can trim off any part I don't want. So I can take away all this part that I don't want it. Now under trim, I also have extend. So they work interchangeably. I can hold down my shift key and click on this line, and it will extend it. Hold down it and click here, it will extend. So if I should come to my extend properly, and I hold this and I hold down my shift key, it will trim it. But if I do not hold down any shift key, it will extend. So to trim off this part, when you are on the extend command, you hold down your shift key. Right, then I have my fillet. So fillet is to give your object a curve edge, a curve vertex. So I'll click this. Want to apply it on this vertex. So it asks me to specify first object. Meanwhile, before you do that, you have to specify your radius. So I'll enter out for my radius, and I can give it probably a radius of 0.5. Then ask me to select the first line, select the second line. So I've given it a fillet. Likewise, I have chamfer, right? And the shortcut for chamfer is CHA. So I'll pick chamfer. Chamfer, you have to specify 2 distance. So before I do that, I'll enter D to specify my distance. The first distance should be 0.15, and the second distance should be 0.1. So the first line I'll select will take my first distance. So I'm going to pick this. This will take 0.15. Then this. So I have my chamfer edge. Then I also have this stretch command. The stretch. So I can use stretch. Now to make use of stretch, I must make sure that I make my selection from the vertex. So I'll select this to the vertex, hit enter, right? Then I can stretch it. See that? That is how it works. Selecting it from the vertex. So make sure I make the selection from the vertex. I can stretch it. Right. Stay on the modify tool. I can also mirror. The shortcut is MR for mirror. So if I should have something like this, I can just have an imaginary line that I'll pick to be my mirror line. Let's just have something like that. So I want to mirror this part to this side. So pick my mirror. It asks me to select the object. This is the object. Enter. Then it asks me to specify the first mirror line and the second mirror line. Here's this. Now the question is, do I want to erase the source object? This is the source object. I will say no. It won't erase it. But what if it asks me to? What if I pick yes? I select this, and from here, and I pick yes, it will erase it. You get that? Then I have my scale. So scale, you scale your object by inputting the scale factor. So I'll pick my scale. As select the object. I'll make sure I want to scale this object. Is to select it, enter. So it asks me to pick my base point. I can pick this as my base point, then ask me to enter the scale factor. Then I'll put 0.5 to be my scale factor. See, it's reduced. So that is scaling. Right. That is scaling. Then I have explode. Right. So this will help me to explain one of the difference of line and a polyline as well. So if I should, you all know that polyline are jointed line, right? So if I should have a polyline of which a rectangle is also made up of polyline. So if I should have a rectangle, now this rotation up take place because I rotate my rectangle earlier on. So I'm going to take it back and enter 0 as my angle of rotation. Then I have this back. Now selecting my explode, and shortcut is X. Explode. Allows me to select the object, which is this. I'm going to explode. Now before I explode it, if I just select it, everything is 1, right? Now pick my explode, then select the object. and I'll hit enter. So right now I have them in various segments, so meaning I can convert my polyline into a line, and likewise I can convert my line into polylines as well, right? So for instance, so the command to convert a polyline to line is explode, while the command to convert line into polyline is join. So I have them individually, right? Now I will unselect this while I select just these three. Then I can use the shortcut join and hit enter. So I have them as one entity right now, and I can move it about, right? That is explode. Then we have offset. So offset is to give it a distance, to give it a similar object distance away from each other. So and the shortcut is OF, offset, right? And this is offset here on the panel, the modify panel. So I'll click offset, then I'll specify the distance, my offset distance. So I want to pick that my offset distance should be 0.25. Enter. Then as to select the object, you can see I can bring it in or out. This is my offset. And another way, if you are not sure about your offset distance, you can use the true. So I'll enter T for true, then I can select, then offset it manually, right? That is offset. Then I have my erase. I can erase unwanted object on my screen, right? So by the time I'm done, I'll hit my enter key to permanently erase. So if I should mistakenly selected what I don't want, I can just use oops to bring it back, right? Now then the last that I'll be explaining right now is my array. Is the array. So, and I have three types of array. I have the rectangular, I have the polar array, and I have the path array. And all these tools that I've explained will be useful when developing our projects. So I'll pick my array, rectangular array. So for instance, if I should have a path of this, I should have this, I will have this circle here. So I can use the array, rectangular array. It has to select the object, select this, enter. Then I will have my array. And by default, this is what I'll have. So to change the direction, I'll use this, and to increase it, right? And from here, I can then use this to increase it. And here I have my columns and rows, so I can decide to say my column, my row should be just 5, so to reduce it. Then to increase the distance between them, make use of this. Then my column, I decide to say my should be 5. Then you can still use this to bring it in, or you actually input the distance between them. So this is how rectangular array work. For a polar array, I should have something like this. I pick and have, let's say, just a small circle here. I want it to go around it, so I make use of my polar array. Select the object, enter. Then it asks me to specify the center point, so I'll pick my center point. So the items will, the total angle of to fill this item is 360. So right now I have 6 items. If I extend this to 180, it will string them here, and I can still reduce the number of items. Let's say I want just 4, and I can take this back to 360. Now something like this. So this is my polar array. Then I have path array. Path array will be along a path. If I select this, click here, then select my path array. I select the object, then it asks me to select my path curve. So I ask me to select my path curve. This will be my path curve. Then I have this. Now the items will take the full length of my path, unless I actually just reduce it this way. Right, and I can have a spline. Yes, spline, special line. Then probably have something like this. And my path array, select the object, enter, and select the path curve I need to take, and you can actually reduce the number of items. Click close. So these are the basic modifier tools that we'll be making use in the course of developing our project. Thank you for watching. Let's move on to the next video.